As peace talks resumed in Berlin, the battlefield delivered its own verdict. Russia's defense ministry says Ukrainian forces suffered catastrophic losses in just 24 hours, even as diplomats spoke of compromise. According to Moscow, more than 1,400 Ukrainian troops were killed or wounded across multiple fronts, exposing the growing gap between negotiation tables and frontline reality. Russian forces reported new territorial gains, announcing the liberation of Peshanoye in the Dnipropetrovsk region. The Vostok group of forces said Ukrainian assault brigades and territorial units were overwhelmed near Zaporizhzhia and Guliai-Pol, with heavy losses in manpower, vehicles, artillery, and electronic warfare systems. Moscow says Ukraine's army is bleeding, while Kyiv delays hard decisions. Across the Kharkov, Donetsk, and Kherson directions, Russian groupings intensified pressure. The Defense Ministry claims encircled Ukrainian units west of the Oskol River were systematically struck, while positions near Kramatorsk, Slavyansk, and Konstantinovka came under sustained fire. Russian aviation and missile forces also targeted transport routes used to deliver Western weapons, directly challenging NATO-backed supply chains. As Ukraine's battlefield losses mounted, political messaging shifted in Berlin and Washington. European leaders pledged long-term security guarantees for Kyiv, including rebuilding Ukraine's army to a peacetime force of 800,000 troops, even as ceasefire talks remained unresolved. US President Donald Trump said negotiations were closer to a breakthrough than ever.
We had a very good conversation 1 hour ago with the European leaders, many of them involving the war with Russia and Ukraine. The security protocols yesterday were amazing, and they have been amazing, having to do with Russia and Ukraine. And I think we're closer now, and they will tell you that they're closer now. We had numerous conversations with President Putin of Russia, and I think we're closer now than we have been ever. But we're getting closer. We're having tremendous support from European leaders. They want to get it ended also. And at this moment, Russia wants to get it ended. The problem is they'll want to get it ended, and then all of a sudden they won't. And Ukraine will want to get it ended, and all of a sudden they won't. So we have to get them on the same page. But I think that's working along. Very good talk.
Despite diplomatic optimism, Ukraine's position on territory remains rigid. Zelensky has rejected proposals involving Donbass concessions, even as US negotiators reportedly press Kyiv to accept painful compromises. Moscow argues that Kyiv's refusal to adjust its stance is prolonging losses on the ground, turning negotiations into a cover for continued mobilization and attrition. The Kremlin says the contrast could not be sharper. Peace discussed in Berlin, destruction unfolding on the front lines. With Russian air defenses intercepting hundreds of drones and missiles in a single day, Moscow insists momentum is shifting militarily, not diplomatically. As talks continue, Russia frames the moment bluntly. Ukraine is losing territory, losing troops, and losing leverage.